Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager. Happy April! We do have some April Fool's Day mods here and a lot of other great stuff. So for a brief overview, we have the Traveling Merchant Fade mod, the Roman Soldier Legionary set, Naerys Nyx outfit, the Sazza Companion Evolved mod, Safe Travels, which is a mod for modders. I know there's some mod authors that do watch my videos. There's also another one here with the Encounter Customizer. So what's greater with this is it means that future mods will be even better. We also have the Soul Stone, the best hair pack ever with the cheese to meet you and the hunk pompadour, and we also got the Astral Prius and much more. Now this is actually a pretty solid week. So I am a huge fan of any vanilla plus like mods that just, don't break the game, keep things quite balanced, and that's exactly what the Traveling Merchant Fade mod by Graphic Fade does. So every 15 to 20 minutes-ish, you'll have this vendor appear. They carry just the regular loot that is just, regular vendor loot. And they'll also carry enough gold just to be able to trade with you. They're going to last for 5 minutes in your world, and this is what the character there looks like. And if you are a mod author, you can add your inventory items to the inventory by using the TM Fade treasure table there. And also, I would recommend using the Enemy Loot Randomizer by Gabe Camonesco. This is a really underrated mod because what it does is it lets you randomize loot without adding in any extra loot. Now, there are a lot of different functions you can have with this. You can make it so that vendors have random loot. You can make it so that enemies will drop random loot. And the best part is that modded items are auto-added to the loot list. So combining these together, you can have a very interesting new playthrough with the Traveling Merchant Fade by Graphic Fade. Now, next up, we got the Roman Soldier Legionary set by Scurvy here. Now this is what it looks like. It is a body type 2 outfit here. It comes with this lovely large shield as well as some different weapons. So I'll go over that briefly here. So this will also get enhancements as you level up. And if you attack with advantage, you get bleeding on your attacks. Now these all do have different abilities here like the Martial Exertion. It actually keeps things relatively balanced while looking really cool here. Ignore Gale's Arm, that's Gale's Curse Arm mod I covered last week, but I always am a fan of seeing new Scurvy outfit mods. They're always great, so if you're looking for a Roman soldier set, this is it. So yeah, check it out. We also have the Naerys Nyx outfit by Naerys Delamort. And that is the outfit you see on my character here. I really like it because it's using somewhat of the Wave Mother's robe here and then adding some pants that just look absolutely fantastic on there. So this is another great outfit mod, especially if you're looking for something like stealthy or for like a Sharon out playthrough. I love it, and yeah, definitely worth checking out. I should also mention that there's an armor and a camp outfit version of it, and this is the stats. You get additional 1d4 of necrotic damage to attackers when you're obscured, and you also cannot be blinded, and you get the Knight's Embrace Darkness. So yeah, really fun stuff, and I appreciate whenever mods have the camp clothing and the actual armor outfit versions as well. And next we have a mod that is an extension of a character that doesn't have as much content as the players want, with the Sazza Evolved here by Xaon. I love all their different types of mods. This is also, there's an optional side quest to get you the Small Claw Evolved here. This allows you to recruit Sazza to the camp, and it's as a party member as a summon here, and she's recruitable after freeing her from Moonrise or at Popper's shop. To get the spell, the same conditions for the She Cannot Be Caged achievement must be acquired, and then that's how you're able to get her. Free her from the Grove, Minthara, and Moonrise. After she's free, instead of walking into the Shadow Curse lands, she'll wait at the bridge by the waypoint looking nervous. Speak with her, and you'll be able to recruit her. These are really cool mods. So she is kind of like a Gloomstacker Ranger. With all of their mods, they do have it so the character is modeled after one of the base game classes, and I think it's very well done. It looks cool and very appropriate. She's got these drumming attacks here. And she can summon in the Warg, or the Small Claw there. So that's what it looks like for her, 74 health, and also has full level 20 support too. There is a lot of levels to all their mods made by Xaon here. This is a really cool one. Now next are a couple mods that are going to make sure that you guys have even better mods in the future. I know there's a few mod authors that do end up watching these videos, so these mods are for you guys to help out with the future. So this is the Safe Travel Add New Levels to Vanilla, and I think this is extremely interesting. This is by Kira May. They've been putting out a lot of amazing mods. What this does is basically if you create a new level and you're in Act 1, if you go to teleport to that new area, it treats it as though you left the area. So what this means is that there's a lot of flags in the game that ends up killing certain characters. So this prevents a lot of deaths, a lot of stories from progressing, and a bunch of different things here. So any open quests that end up getting closed will no longer get closed with this mod if utilized. And we actually have a mod like this on console, also by 4Kira with the Kira Player Housing Tree Home mod, which I think is incredible. The thing is with a mod like this is that, again, it's going to teleport you out of Act 1. This will change it so that the flags do not happen. So what's great about this is if you're a mod author, there's some instructions here to help out with making this compatible with your mod. And again, this is just for the greater good of Baldur's Gate 3 modding, and I love to see things like this. So thank you so much, 4Kira for making this. And we also have another one that's incredible here, the Encounter Customizer Modder Resource by Gabe Camamescro. I just want to, again, clarify for both these mods, they're more so for like future mods as a dependency to get a different meant to be more so like a future mod. Basically what this one has done is it's meant to, whenever you go to camp, you have a chance of triggering a random event. If you've played games like Fallout, Skyrim, and games like that, the random encounters and random things that happen in games like that are something that I really enjoy. Also, if you've played Solasta 2 recently, that's one thing I really enjoyed they did in their early access, and we'll be adding more to it, is having those random encounters that honestly just feels like you're playing a true D&D game. So what this is for mod authors so that they can have an easier time in the future with adding in like different random encounters. This also means that we'll see some more unique quests coming with different flags that weren't possible previously. There are full instructions, so if you're a mod author watching and find this interesting, there's instructions here, and Gabe Camamescro is a great help for the modding community. So these two mods are amazing because we're going to see some much greater stuff coming in the future thanks to this. We got another mod here by Gabe Camamescro with the Soul Stone. With this mod, you don't have to sacrifice Gamora to be able to get it. So what it does is it's going to, whenever you meet with Withers, give you a Soul Stone item here. So what this does is that when you take out enemies, they're going to linger as spirits in the world. They're going to end up having double the amount of health points and hit points, and it's not encouraged for you to actually fight with them. They're just there to make the world feel a little bit more lively, because when you end up taking out everyone from an area, it obviously feels very dead in the world, but having ghosts that linger around I think is really cool. It's something you see like in other CRPGs, so you'll see whenever you have the item in your possession, you have the spiritual sight, you can still see them, which lets you see some ghostly figures, but you do have to go back to Act 1 and start a new game for this to work properly, so just want to give you a heads up on that. This mod title does not lie. The best hair pack ever by Mooch30 is hilarious. You got classics like the Cheese to Meet You, the Hunk Pompadour. I'll show you guys this. It's hilarious. So basically an April Fool's Day joke, but it doesn't have to be. You can use this any time of the year because these appearances are just amazing. So here's that Pompadour and the helicopter. So many different options. And again, these are stuff that you have not seen before in Baldur's Gate 3. So I love seeing the videos of the different hairstyles that do some funny things, and now you can do that in Baldur's Gate 3. So I'm just going to quickly go through all these different options here because they're hilarious, and again, unlike anything you've probably ever seen in Baldur's Gate 3 before. So if you're looking for something funny, unique, new, different, that's exactly what this mod brings here. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, you can now do a Johnny Bravo playthrough thanks to Mooch30 here. And next up, we got the Astral Prius. This is hilarious mod by Jurinsky here. This changes the Astral Prism to the Astral Prius. I think this is so funny. And again, this is what modding is all about. Getting these silly, awesome mods like this, which it's a simple typo, now makes a lot of sense. And it's got these cool little lifted bumper stickers there. So yeah, the Astral Prius by Jurinsky. You may have to search it up the way that it is typed out here. I think it's so funny. Next up, though, we got the Druid 2024-ish by the Real Zier. Speaking of Johnny Bravo, I'm a huge fan of the Real Zier's mods here. They have a lot of things that bring the game up to the 2024 rule set. What I like a lot about this is that you can pick and choose. Like, if you don't like the Paladin changes, for example, you don't have to download their Paladin mod. You can just download pieces and make Baldur's Gate 3 the way you want it to be made. So this implements some of the changes to the Druid, which gives you speak with animals and the find familiar spells at all times. You also get a increased, you get another wild shape charge level 6, and you replenish 1 per short rest. There's also some changes to like the passive features you get at level 11, being able to go between either potent spellcasting or to primal strike to power up your melee attacks when you're wild shape. And then there's also the ability to use your spell slots to get wild shape charges back. I think this is cool, and worth checking out if you're a fan of the Druid. Now we also got some classes this week. So we actually have 2 Slayer style classes here from Crypto Hack, with the Dragon Slayer class, which is loosely based on the Dragon Slayers from the anime Fairy Tail. And we also have the Bounty Slayer class, which is a bounty hunter. The Dragon Slayer class currently has 2 different subclasses, with the Fire Dragon and the Lightning Dragon Slayer subclasses here, coming with like some punching lightning attacks or fire versions. And they also plan to potentially do the Sky and Iron subclass potentially down the road. There's a full spellcasting progression or level progression here, so you get the extra attack at level 5 here, and then you get the Dragon Slayer magic at higher levels. You also have infused punch attacks, so you kind of weave a bit of those together, and whenever you're damaged by the same element that you chose there, you get hit points back from it. The Bounty Slayer here is more so about single target damage. Like, they get an additional damage die that scales up as they level up. On top of this, the Bounty Slayer also gets the improved attack at level 5 and the extra attack at level 5 improved at level 11 there. Let's get the favored enemy. They're all about wearing down a single target, and I think this is a really fun concept if you're looking for something new that's kind of similar to their other mod with the Marauder, but a different story here. Another great mod here by CryptoHack. We also got the Fiend Ascendant Reascended here by Neptuni. Now, this is a mod that I talked about previously, but it is redone here. And this is based on Raphael's Ascended Dragon form, or Ascended Fiend form. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of similar in its appearance there, you can see. So, the subclass feature, whenever you deal fire damage, you deal an additional 1d8 of force damage. It uses the Fiend Warlock spell slot, so things like Scorching Ray would be extremely powerful there. Level 3, you get the Ascended Fiend form. The main ability is to transform into this, frighten nearby enemies and gain access to new abilities. And whenever you drop to 0 hit points, you go back to human form, kind of like a Warlock there. And then you get like the Fiend's Claws. When you're in that, you can teleport around, you can mark targets, you get the Hellish Inferno, which does fire damage, and you get a multi-attack. Whenever you mark targets at level 6, you get the Consume Souls, which lets you damage them over time. And you also get the Planar Ally Cambion spell. So, yeah, I really do like this class. I'll likely do another video on a lot of the class mods that I'm covering in today's video. But we also got the Hag Mother Warlock subclass. This is by Dave Murray. Unfortunately, the DTO mod does seem to have some conflictions here. It's working with the Forgotten Archdevil, but with this mod here, it's all about poison damage. So at level 1, you get the resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws against poison. You also get the Hag's Bargain, so you can target one creature within 18 meters, and the target gains advantage on their next attack roll, but at the start of their next turn, they're struck by a random curse, which could be things like poison, frightened, blinded, or silenced. There's also the Mother's Embrace bonus action at level 6, which gives a target advantage on all their attack rolls and an additional 1d6 of poison damage. You can also cast this for more damage. But when the bargain expires, they get disadvantage on all their rolls for 1 turn. And they also get the Fine Print at level 10 and passive ability. Whenever the creature is affected by their Hag's Bargain damages you, they suffer poison damage equal to the damage that they dealt. This is a really cool poison-based subclass and definitely worth checking out here. Speaking of green damage types that don't get enough love, we had the acid-themed gear, the Caustic Conqueror's Cache by J. Radicus. This is actually a really good outfit if you want to pair it alongside my Lucky Clover Domain Cleric to get the most out of the green damage types. So whenever you deal acid damage to a target, they gain a caustic charge, kind of similar to like a lightning charge there. One thing I do find really cool is the armor makes so your teammates are immune to acid surfaces and will automatically dip their weapons in it. And I think that's really fun. It's great for like supporting your team. You also get some different weapons. It's a full armor set here with different types of buffs that are new here. So you got exposure, corrosion, and dissolution. The more damaging they get, it ends up leaving them vulnerable to all damage types, taking additional acid damage per turn and having their movement speed. So pretty cool stuff. It also comes with the Acid Missile, Caustic Blast, Catalytic Rupture, and the Rupture condition there makes them take the acid damage 2d8 of it per turn. So this is a really cool mod. I like all of J. Radicus's outfit mods. Now we got the Yamato Katana here by Blightbox. And I'll be honest, what caught my eye was the thumbnail for this mod, which is Ricky and Julian from Trailer Park Boys there. And yeah, dressed as the Devil May Cry characters. Thought that was really funny. But with the weapon here, the Yamato Katana, I think it has some pretty powerful abilities that aren't like crazy game breaking. So you get the Scum Crusher. When a creature misses you with an attack, you can do a counter strike on them. Ignores resistances to and immunities to slashing damage. Absorb 3 hit points when you damage the target with Yamato. You also get the Demonic Legacy, letting you see in normal darkness, magical and non-magical, to a distance of 36 meters. And have resistance against fire damage. It also gets the Demon Step cantrip here, which lets you teleport around. And you also get a few different types of weapon actions, including the Whirlwind attack, which is a pretty strong one, letting you do attack rolls against all targets in the area. That's something that the Hunter Ranger would get, and you can now get it here too. And this is what it looks like as far as the katana. It's similar to the other ones that are in the game here, but always love a new katana in Baldur's Gate. Now, the Bard is one of my favorite classes in Baldur's Gate 3, so I'm always a fan of whenever there are new instrument mods, and one creator makes them better. Like, just some of the absolute best mods I've ever seen. So, this is the Ember's Enchanted Instruments Lutes by Aerifel. Now, I've been a big fan of their mods for a while, because they put out a bunch of different ones. Dating back to the original Ember's loot and the vicious rockery group here, huge fan of this, but basically this mod adds in 10 dyeable loots, which is really cool. The thing is, they all have their own unique VFX that you can customize as well, and you can learn these and find these throughout the game. There's also full selection over the loot VFX here, so you can change the appearance of your instrument here if you want it to look a little different, and it's seriously so cool how customizable this is. And depending on what loot you select, you're going to have different options for the VFX here. So again, full customization over how it looks. You can dye them, you can customize the lighting VFX. This is the ultimate mod if you're a fan of the bards, and definitely worth checking out here. Next up, we got the Minthara's Auto-Knockout here by What's on the Flip. This is a nice quality of life that just makes it so you can't actually end up destroying Minthara. It'll always just knock her out. Even if you did way too much damage, it's just going to make it so that it's a non-lethal recruitment, and she's protected by the bubble there. So this is nice. I'm a big fan of Minthara, and it's always great to have mods that just make it so you don't have to like do some weird stuff to ensure that the game plays out the way you want it to. Our last mod.io mod is the Horns Edit here by Luminary, who has made some great mods on their Patreon here. This makes it so that you can have some different types of gold-plated horns here for if you're playing as a tiefling. I like little small changes like this because you can get some really cool changes to your character by using this, and it got different types of metal like rose gold, titanium, and silver. So definitely check this out. Moving on to Nexus mods. There's quite a few great ones here. So Ezuneo's Belly Piercings by Ezuneo. This adds in a few different piercings to let you customize your character even further. So this is really nice. Again, if you're looking for more customization options, this may be a mod that you want to download. It's similar to how you'd select like some of the Dragonborn options when you're not playing as a Dragonborn. So these are meant for body types 1 and 3 here, and you can choose between a variety of different ones. And next we got the Gloomy Flower Shadowheart edit by Sweet Generous Thing. People really enjoy these types of mods that change the characters, and I think this is a cool one. Shadowheart with very long hair, and you can see this here. It also makes some slight changes to her face as well. I like these mods because it reminds me of like the Baldur's Gate 3 multiverse, so you can have different designs for your characters. If you've played this game hundreds of times, it's nice to see something a little bit different sometimes. Next up, we got the Bloodmoon Couple Pose Pack for all tall body types here by Strawberryum. This adds in some really nice photo mode shot poses here so you can recreate your shots. I really enjoy these photo mode mods. I think they look amazing, so I just want to quickly go through this here, show you some of the shots that they have as part of this mod. It's really nice, and worth checking out if you're looking to do some different types of photography in Baldur's Gate 3. And there are 12 different poses, which is 24 poses for each of the characters there, so very nice stuff. We also got the Props to You, Alicia Garden Paradise by Obsessed. Why, yes. So this adds in more props to add into your photo mode mods or appearances. I also really like these because you can just drop them in at camp if you wanted to add a little bit more pizzazz to your world. You also got leaks for Hatsune Miku fans out there. Yeah, it's some pretty funny stuff. You got bugs. It's spring, and spring has sprung with the Alicia's Garden Paradise. And finally, we got the Worm on a String Tadpole Replacer. Yeah, if you have cats, you'll be familiar with these little toys here. And it's just great because it replaces the tadpoles with these, and it looks hilarious. So yeah, I love mods like this. This is exactly what I enjoy about modding. This is by Commander Strawberry. So let me know which of these mods is your favorite. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys all in the next video.